Welcome to St. Michael's Academy's Petya's e-learning class of English class 5. So today we are going to do the question answer of chapter 4, 5 children and it. Now section A, question number 1. What were the children doing when they found the sandy fairy? Answer. The 5 children were building a sand castle in a big gravel pit when they suddenly saw the sand fairy. Question number 2. What was the name of the sand fairy? Describe it in a few sentences. Answer. The sand fairy said it was a Psammead. It was about the size of a large cat, but with arms, legs, feet and hands like a monkey's, long whiskers and pointed ears like a bat's. Its eyes were on stalks like a snail's horns, and it could stretch or shorten them. It had a husky voice. Question number 3. Do you think the children were happy when their second wish came true? Explain. Answer. The children's second wish was to become beautiful, but they were not happy when the wish came true. They felt they looked strange and completely different. They would not have been able to recognize each other if not for their clothes. They thought they liked each other the way they originally were. Robert said that the girls looked like silly greeting cards, which meant that they looked too bright and beautiful in an unnatural way. Question number 4. Why did Martha not believe what the children told her? What did they do when Martha sent them away? Answer. Martha did not believe the children because they looked so different that she could not recognize them. When Martha sent them away, they began to wander down the lane. Finally, they sat down under a hedge and fell asleep there. Number 5. Why did Martha let the children into the house again? Answer. After the sun had set, the children changed back to their normal selves. So when they came back home, this time Martha let them back into the house. Section B 1. Question 1. Afraid, repeated the creature indignantly. Me, don't you know a Psammead when you see one? A. Who is a Psammead speaking to? B. Why do you think it sounds annoyed? Answer A. The Psammead is talking to the children. Question number 1B. Answer. It sounds annoyed because the children did not recognize it. It was as though the Psammead expected everyone to know about it and recognize it. Question number 2. The Psammead's head and whiskers drooped. A. What does this sentence mean? B. Why did it happen so? What do you think the first met is feeling? Answer A. When the author says that the Psammead's head and whiskers drooped, it means that its face suddenly became dull and he looked sad. Answer 2B. The children used to build castles on the beach for us to live in, but they would dig so deep around them and that nasty sea would rush in. Because of that, we catch cold and die. The Psammead felt sad remembering the other Psammeads who had died. Question 3. Oh, please can we have another one? A. who says this line and to whom? B. What is the speaker asking for? Is it something children normally get? Elaborate. Answer A. Jane says this to the Psammead. 3B answer. Jane is asking the Psammead for another wish. No children get wishes granted, only fairy stories. When the Psammead tells the children that it is a sand fairy, they get curious and ask if it can grant wishes like a real fairy. The Psammead says that it just now granted their wish by coming out of its hole. So Jane asks the Psammead if it can grant another wish. Question number 4. You two girls look like silly greeting cards. A. Who says this and to whom? B. What do you think the speaker means? Explain the comparison. Answer A. Robert says Jane and Anthea looked like silly greeting cards. B. This means that they looked too pretty in an unnatural way. Question number 5. They were horrible. They stopped us from coming home until now. We only just got away and we are starving. A. Who says this to whom? B. Who is the speaker talking about? Why does the speaker say so? Answer A. Anthea says this to Martha. B. Answer. When the children go home the first time, Martha does not let them in, thinking that they were strangers. After the sunset, when the magic wears out, the children came back home and this time Martha lets them in. She tells them that earlier there were some children who tried to get into the house. Anthea goes with the same story and says that those children had in fact stopped them from going back home and that they had to run away from them. Anthea says this maybe because she thinks Martha will scold her, or because she thinks Martha will not believe her if she tells her about their adventure with the Psammead. Now the word meaning. So what we have already discussed all the word meanings in our earlier video. Now what you have to do, you have to write down all the word meaning in your copy and you have to learn it. Now it's time for the book work of this chapter. A. Replace the underlined nouns with the suitable pronouns. You can see the underlined words, they are noun. What we have to do, we have to replace it with pronouns. For example, question number 1, she decided to tell Karan everything. So here Karan is a noun and we change into pronoun and we have put it there, him. B. Use the correct words from the box to complete these sentences. In the box, words have been given. You have to choose the correct word according to the sentence and fill the blanks in each of them. For example, question number 1, the cat licks dash clean after a bath itself. Likewise, all have been done for you. Question number C, where write suitable emphasizing pronouns to complete these sentences. So you have to write the emphasizing pronoun there. For example, I designed and painted this poster dash. So emphasizing pronoun will be myself. Likewise, it is done for you. Complete these sentences with the correct collocations from the table. Reference to a dictionary for help. So in the side you can see all the collocations have been given. What you have to do, you have to put in the blanks according to the sentences. For example, question 1, the heavy rains force us to dash. it will be take over. Likewise, all have been done for you. Now it's time for your homework of this chapter. What you have to do? First, you have to write all the question answer in your copy and learn it. Second, you have to write the word meaning in your copy and learn it. And third, I have given the answers of the book work. What you have to do? You have to write the answers in your book. I hope you understand all the question answer of this chapter. Thank you.